Three more executives from TOTE Services testified in the Faro hearings today. They started at 9 a.m. and the hearings are still going on. Families of crew members filled the Prime Osborn Convention Center again today to listen in on the investigation. The president of TOTE Services said today safety is his company's top priority. Channel 4's Chris Parento has been inside the hearings and he's joining us now live. Chris.
The president of TOTE sidestepped a lot of questions today during his testimony in the hearings. When he was asked about many issues, he either said that they would never have gotten to his level or that if they did, there were other people in the office that would have handled them. But the president did open his statements by offering his condolences to the families of Faro crew that were sitting in for the hearings.
I received a phone call on Thursday morning of the vessel being in distress.
Retired Admiral Phil Green says that he was out of town on business when Faro set sail and when she sank. He said that his company only provides services. They don't own assets like Faro, that the ship was owned by TOTE Maritime Puerto Rico, who he calls just a client. And he avoided multiple questions during his testimony.
I think you're going to have to talk to TOTE Maritime Puerto Rico about the details of their contingency plan for weather.
Green says that he feels TOTE has the best mariners the country has, saying they know when to avoid weather and that there are even procedures in place on the vessels for hurricanes. He said that captains of the ships are knowledgeable enough to navigate the ships around bad weather.
It seems to me like Admiral Green is trying to distance him and his company from TOTE Services Puerto Rico, while at the same time saying they share the same office, they have an open office policy, they see each other on a daily basis, but they're our client and we're just a provider of services to our client. I don't really think that's an accurate representation of where these companies are and how they work together.
Maritime attorney Rod Sullivan was in the hearings today. He said that he doesn't fault Green for testifying as he did, but that evidence about weather planning suggests otherwise. There was no safety alert issued for Hurricane Joaquin. Green pointed out that there was one issued for Hurricane Danny in August.
I think they're trying to distance TOTE Services from TOTE Maritime, and they're trying to put it all off on the captain of the ship.
Another TOTE executive to testify today was the Director of Marine Services and Safety. He said that there were weekly lifeboat drills that were done on Faro, but if one of those drills was a bad drill, there was no protocol to report it back to the company. Second day of hearings is still going on right now. The third witness of the day still testifying. We'll have more on that testimony coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. Live downtown, I'm Chris Parento, Channel 4. The local station.